Hey people, Intro here, 53, Valderus Refinery, blue side. We got some Imperial Guard. First up is MORT with a Lord General. Fights in ranged combat, begins with a Stormtrooper retinue. You can add to this retinue throughout the game, giving him more abilities and stuff. Really strong defense and support with a bear carcass draped across the shoulders. Because why not? The other Imperial Guard player is Doctoralex with a Lord Commissar. Strong offense and support. Fights in melee combat, begins with a refracted shield. This is the Mordian Iron Guard elite scheme with the fancy hats. Alongside here, Burning with a Force Commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. We have White Scars. Red team, Xanris with a Hive Tyrant, very durable hero, walks through objects and cannot be suppressed. Powerful offense, disruption and support, begins in melee combat with a basic synapse, I shall call you Gonzalez. Alongside, double Apothecaries. First up is FellaBrando, and we also have Hammer. These guys fight in melee combat by default, begin with a targeted heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Hammer, I believe, is using the Space Wolves elite scheme, yes. And dropping a tactical marine there. Here comes Brando, trying to shore things up, but they're going to be 2v1. Might be able to hold on in time for Hammer to come back out. Oh, Scout's dropping a model to Apothecary bolt pistol power. Force Commander gets in though on a blob of stuff. They're all bunched up. Battle cry right here will be good. There it is. Scout's drop a model for Brando. Heal thrown out though to keep the tactical marines around, but not for too long. Las guns now and some tactical marines can use their Kraken bolts to do more damage to heavy infantry too. There it is. See their traces change colour. And they dropped two marines there, did Brando. Here comes Hammer. Fancy looking chainsaw on this guy. I like it. Kind of Iron Warriors-ish. Heresy. Sentinel gets repairs. I think Brando's going to have to leave soon. There we go. Gets away and did some good work there. Uh-oh. Burning gets his own tactical marines out of position, but has another one on the way. Meanwhile, who needs termagants? You have double Hormagaunts into some Raveners for Xanris, up against Doctoralex, who has taken over this east side. Decaps the natural wreck point and maybe even gets on the VP here. Raveners burrow striking in. Not gonna like fighting the Lord Commissar in melee too much though. Hormagaunts joining the fun. How much damage those Raveners took. Lord Commissar does not mess around. Stomp. Hits a single Hormagaunt there. I guess it slows that guy down. Not a lot of threat for the Sentinel. I suppose the Raveners can shoot at it. Got some support here from Burning. Double tax also for Brando and some Devastators for Hammer. Looks like they are forced off though. Blue team continuing the pressure on the west side. Hormagaunts pushed through a bit, but took a whole bunch of damage. Did they actually drop models as well? Didn't drop too many models. Double Raveners, double Hormagaunts for Xanris. To my side, they say. Where is Burning's other marines? Are they coming out of base? Force Commander's also coming out of base. This is the time for the red team to push back. Did a decent job trying to get that node. Now transitioning mid is FellaBrando, going to run into some marines. And a Force Commander. 2v1 though, they win this firefight. No cover taken from both players there. Who needs it? Force Commander really changes this fight though, obviously. Can occupy two squads pretty well with that guy. Just constantly switching targets as one tries to run away and the other tries to shoot. In this case, they both just backed away. Sergeant on the way for these scouts. There's Assault Marines for Hammer. Get a good jump on double tax and force them off. Yeah, that's a really good jump. Now, can they get rid of the Imperial Guard and push through to the power? There's the jump. And no stomp is up here. Doctoralex replacing their Sentinel. Just as I said, it wouldn't be under threat. We get double Raveners shooting at it. And taking it down somewhere. There it is. Maybe it got surrounded and path blocked by the Hormagaunts. Uh-oh. Catachan's getting caught. Looks like they're going to be okay. Don't see any upgrades for the Hormagaunts right. Nope. Oh, these guys get into base. There we go. Here's the second Sentinel. Maybe I can be completely wrong about that one too. It's going to be fine, you guys. It's going to be fine. That Sentinel's going to get level 4 and like 100 kills. Artillery spotters doing their thing and pointing at a place so that a shell comes in. Devastators will set up and cover the power. Red team looks like they're going to take it, at least decap it. There's a jump. And when you have Assault Marines and Devastators, that can be tough for Imperial Guard. You really need to use their Catechins well. Or in this case, use your spotters well. Sentinel trying to tank this with repairs. Not going to work out for you, fella. And no stomp. Yeah, you need stomp if these guys are going to jump on you. 4-5-5 to 3-3-2. Double cap for the red team. They've hit back well. We have a plasma gun for burning already. Red team aren't even tier 2 yet. Chimera on the way for MORT. A light tier 1 from them. We do have the customized Stormbolter up. Try and shut down that enemy force commander maybe. Those scouts barely surviving. Not sure if that heal made a difference there at the last minute. Good push through by Hammer. Gets the power, nodes it. Maybe they can decap this as well. And Devastators continue to do their thing. There's the Vengeance rounds. Gives them good damage to all targets. I think it increases their range as well. Or was that removed? Oh, it was. You saw it go back down there. But they're no longer suppressed when it's active. These guys are going for the wreck point. Scouts with the Sergeant. What is this? Power bash from the Tyranids. Double Raveners doing some work. Catechins might be able to get a nasty flank here. These guys do have power melee damage. They don't have a melee charge, and I don't think they have a special attack either. Not having a special attack is actually quite good for retreat killing, since special attacks will rarely hit a retreating unit. Just focus on getting that raw DPS on. Good burrow strike, maybe another one coming up. Maybe. As a perfect time to do another one. And kind of chain them together. There's a stomp. And the Hive Tyrant gets in there with some support now from an Apothecary. Even without the second burrow strike, saw off that potential flank. Now has to see off some tactical marines with doubled plasma guns. A plasma cannon too. Burning likes his plasma. Maybe it burns. Apothecary, do you have any more war gear? Nope. Customized Stormbolter on both. Hive Tyrant has no war gear. Poor Gonzalez. Not a lot of war gear around actually. Are these guys going to die? Yes, they are. The passive health regeneration could not save them from the Apothecary. And I guess it didn't have the heal available. Or not enough energy, or both. That's a creeping Basilisk Barrage from MORT. Decent hit, and gets rid of them. I mean, I think the Assault Marines could have stayed in play there. Have their Thunder and Lightning queued up for tier 2 to get that Melter Bomb. And with a rear armor hit from the Melter Bomb perhaps, wouldn't take long to bring it down with maybe a missile launcher thrown in there. What is this? Power bash from burning. Some angry Tyranids show up though. Venom Brood in play. And had to replace some Raveners it looked like. No ranged Synapse yet. That's a Manticore strike straight up from Doctoralex. I thought that was the flare to reduce their range. No, that was some rockets to the face. Didn't do a whole lot though. I'm often underwhelmed by the Manticore's contribution to games. Sometimes, yes, it does amazingly well, but I think like 9 times out of 10, you're better off just getting something else on the field. Throw some Ogrins in. Would have been fun. 392 to 296. West side kicking off, chasing of the Sentinel here. The Chimera, sorry. Boom, down it goes. A nice heal for the Assault Marines too. I guess they got their melter bomb in there, right? A grenade for good measure. I think it was going for those retreating fellas. Force Commander level 2 gets away. Red team cap the mid. Can they stabilize here? We have missile launch attacks for both of them. Yep. Burning is tier 3. Librarian on the way for FellaBrando. One of the Hormagaunts falls for Xanris. Yeah, that is a new Ravener Brood. Now trying to power bash. Can red team rotate over there and defend? Sorry, blue team. Maybe. Here's some plasma devs. Looks like they have scared them off. Cataton Spino's sneaky. Look at this. Xeno's Power Claw. The Lord Commissar. Ripped it off a war boss, I suppose, and shrunk it a bit. And now it fits like a glove. Pushed all the way back here is MORT. With only 2 units on the field, this could be rough. Need some support here from Burning, who's got a Terminator Force Commander up. Heals going off from the Medical Sergeant retinue member there, you see. And some Kassakin hitting the field. These guys need to do some heavy lifting. And with the Assault Marines around, that could be tough. Speaking of Assault Marines, these are FellaBrandos. That is a Lightning Claws Force Commander. Let's see how much work this guy can do. Not an upgrade you see all that often. Doing his Battle Cry special attacks there. Looking very fancy with all the lightning. But can you kill something, Mr. Force Commander? Maybe. Lots of special attacks on this one fella. Uses his teleporter there and gets in on some Venom Brood and starts getting in there. Are they 70 DPS? No, they're 95. Holy crap. The Terminator Lightning Claws of the Assault Terminators, I think, are 70 DPS. I guess it makes sense that he's got more DPS on his single pair. Here's a Dreadnought now for Hammer. Got some Stern Guard veterans, tier 3s, and some Ogrins for MORT. Sergeant for the Kassakin allows them to cap faster. I believe. Does he give them a grenades too? No, they have grenades. Here comes that Sergeant. Why are they strangely spread out? Oh, these are the spotters you're looking at, Damas. We have an assault cannon. It's very fun to use. Lots of single target piercing DPS, and the barrage is amazing. There it is. Hits those Imperial Guard pretty well. And yeah, a bad approach for Burning. You can't just walk right into Devastators with your double tacks. That was a good shot, but the Assault Marines were there. Ogrins now turn to engage the Dreadnought. They're going after it. They do have heavy melee attacks. They give up to turn and face the Assault Marines, who wipe out the spotters. Spotters can be very annoying. Here comes some Assault Terminators from Burning. They have those Thunderhammers by default. They can get their own claws though. Meanwhile, we might see a triple cap for the red team. Can you decap in time, Guardsman? I don't think you can. It's gonna be a brief triple, 186 to 287. Grenade misses, or is dodged rather. Stormtroopers now on the way for MORT. Doctoralex does get the tier 3. The Manticore's still around. Has a little bit of XP. He's killed something. Sentinel's gonna die. Yep. And the Hive Tyrant is level 2. Warp field up now with the improved synapse also. Do we have range synapse? We do. So those are some buffed up Raveners. But this guy's got a Xenos Power Claw. So run away, fellas. Crushing Claws will tear him apart though, especially with Warp field up. Tries to get in on these other Raveners. Takes so much damage though from Gonzalez, the Hive Tyrant, and gets torn apart and headbutted at the end there. What are you fellas doing? Oh, disrupting the cap. This is maybe a bad place to go because these assault terminators now have lightning claws. It's going to be so painful for any infantry around. A decent barrage again. Ogrins get the heal from the medical sergeant and now goes sprinting in there. And there's that creeping barrage. Getting the Devastators out of play. But does hit the Ogrins too. No real way to avoid it if they wanted the Devastators to leave. Some more buffs from the Lord General. There's incoming. Taking so much damage. A good grenade on those Ogrins. They need to run away, I think. They need to run away. Because that guy's still got a Dreadnought Claw. Smacks one of them down. Shoot the Apothecaries right there. There we go. That guy had combat stims. That is a tense engagement. But looks like MORT has defended the VP. Dreadnought does get away. Blue team have capped mid. It's not a good fight for the Hive Tyrant yet. Claws are scary. Double cap here for blue. The last player goes tier 3. It's Hammer. Here comes a Lehman Russ. Lord Commissar goes down. The Hive Tyrant does not get away. Heroes dropping left and right here. Carnifex in its default state. Might see a Thorn back to effectively fight these Terminators with the claws. Librarian wants some action now. Smack. Does have a power weapon, this Force Sword of his. Very sparkly. 128 to 214. Special attack is going to miss. Tank is chasing them. Not sure it has the damage to finish them off. And these guys turn around. Hey, why are we running from this Librarian? Plasma Cannon almost finished it off. Was that a manually placed shot? That was an amazing shot if it was. It might have just been aiming for the tank. Another shot goes off. Boom. Some friendly fire there though on the Terminators. And they are taking a hell of a lot of damage. I thought they were just going to run back to base. Looks like they'll get away with 2 models. Carnifex has gone for the Barb Strangler. 2-to-1 cap here for red team and 2 Lehman Russes. First one for MORT over here. And a Vanquisher for Doctoralex. Can shoot down the Carnifex maybe. Having some fun shooting some Raveners for now. Venom trying to get a flank. Manticore pushes up a bit. Needs to be careful though. Manticore can die so fast at AV. Solid shots on the Carnifex. Surprised this Lehman Russ hasn't gone after it. There's a Manticore strike. Avoided, although it did force these guys off. Which it does do quite often. It might not get kills. They make stuff run away. This one does have the Storm Eagle. Increases the damage of the missiles. Or rockets, I suppose. Blue team overrun the mid and they're going to cap it. Red team need to try and regroup. Can they get on this VP too? You would think so. Some reviving going on over it. There we go. Leveling up Doctoralex to 3. And Stubbornness is in play. This guy just runs off. Just runs off. 83 to 210. They're not going for the VP. They're happy mid, I suppose. Catachan's putting an explosive down. They like to cause problems. Dreadnought with the Dark Age of technology up to 1620 hit points with a ranged weapon. That's not bad. The tank will shoot it up though. Look at that. 3 tanks here for that thing to try and not get shot by. Stone Guard veterans now with their vengeance rounds. There's a big old fight going on. Manticore strike, where's it hitting? Over there. Hits those Venom Brute, kills 2 of them. Can the Commissar get the last? Maybe. No. Blue team retain the mid. We saw a Eternal Formation go off over here. And here's a Land Raider Redeemer. Not sure if the Tyrant formation actually hit anything. I guess he was going after these tanks and stuff. And a Land Raider brings all the fire. Ogryns are going to get the Dreadnought down, I think. Or are they? They're being suppressed and the Dreadnought lives for now and then goes down to the Leman Russ. Crazy fight. Blue team retain the mid. Apothecary just falls over for some reason. And I think Larimer's got him back there. Stone Guard do get away with 4 models somehow. Assault squad coming in. Incoming to try and withstand some of these melee attacks. That was mental. 2-to-1 cap at the end of that. We have double Carnifexes now for Xanris. One of them with a Venom Cannon to try and shoot all these tanks. Hive Tyrant himself is down. That was a Bioplasma. That's a Manticore. Decent hits. Some decent hits there. It does a lot of damage to Land Raiders since they're so big. You can maybe hit it with all 4 of the rockets, especially if you can snare it somehow. That's a rocket run there. Took out some Raveners. Center is uncapped. We've got some freaky physics. It's all kicking off. What's going on over here? Vanguard veterans are running into some Ogryns and just knock them flying. And again, that's the use your red ability given to them by the bonehead leader. But now, the power weapons of the Vanguard veterans come into play. Doing a hell of a lot of damage to the Ogryns. They are supported though by plasma guns, guardsmen and a Leman Russ, and they do run away. 83 to 123. Heavy turret up from the Lord General, hitting terrain, as it sometimes does. Uh-oh, lad's kind of getting shots. Should be okay though, this Predator, I think. What is that? Is that Terminators from... Yep, it is. Terminators from Brando. Trying to use their fists to finish off the tank. Can they do it? Using their teleport. They're really going after it. But they can't get a melee attack. They got a couple in. And it lives with 1 hit point. Wow. It escaped. The curse of Indrid did not strike. It's amazing. Blue team get the mid. 83 to 116. What a finish here. Another tank now. So many tanks. Land Raider is okay-ish. That was a decent smite. Ogryns did not like that. 83 to 103. Red team can't quite get on that central VP here. There's a jump. Can the Stern Guard get the decap? It's the Apothecary actually going for it. Lad's Cannon gets shots. There's a Venom Cannon Carnifex now. Need to try and focus one of the tanks down. Looks like that one's going to fall. Down it goes. They did get the decap. Apothecary's trying to grab it. Bioplasma for some good disruption there. Manticore strike now. That's a very brave Apothecary fighting Terminators on the left and dies quick. Oh, I don't think that was a Manticore. That was just the Lord Commissar's Basilisk Flare thing. It's a creeping barrage. Gets him off the cap at the last moment. I hear an orbital. There it is. Pretty painful one for those fellas. And took out the Hive Tyrant too. 83 to 90. Another Carnifex on the way. Center is uncapped. What is this? Why is this Land Raider over here? I don't know. Way out of position. Maybe it was chasing something. But that's a Predator tank on it with a las cannon and Ogryns chasing it now. Might not get away. Double Leman Russes there can maybe go after it too. Why are they backing off? I'm not sure. Maybe they saw the Venom Brood, but the Land Raider does go down. 1-to-1 cat. Third Carnifex. Almost here. Brando needs to get something going. The Predator tank is what they get going. Space Wolves jumping in. Vanguard Veterans, they get knocked over. Are you going to cap Venom Brood? What are you up to? Nope, you're chasing stuff. Stern Guard, and they should know no fear with Hellfire rounds loaded in. There's that Merciless Strike. Where are the Plasma Cannons? Do we not have any? We do have one from Burning. There it is. Can they get a good shot? Boom! Holy crap! Direct hit on Brando. Gets straight back up again with his anointed power axe over here. Still a 1-to-1. Nobody can grab mid. 4 tanks on the field for blue team still. The third Carnifex is what? It's another Venom Cannon to shoot down those tanks. They're all kind of healed up now too, yeah. Can the blue team get the mid before the Carnifexes show up? Because they can... Oh, do this and disrupt the cap. There we go. Bioplasma, there's another one coming too. Are you leveled up? Leman Russ is level 3 and level 1. Both with the Vanquisher to fight large targets. Brando, oh, did you cancel your first Predator? Got a las cannon. Nothing wrong with the good old las cannon late game. Librarian runs away from the scary lightning claws, and a Lord General goes for the cat. Not really much they can do in terms of overall strategy. I mean, you try and get on the VPs, but it all comes down to the fights. Keeping track of your stuff, selecting targets well, and using your abilities when they'll be most effective. A call in there for the Vox operator. Uh-oh, Carnifex gets too close. Lost track of it for a second, and down it goes. 83 to 85. 1-to-1. Blue team are going to get the 2 though when they get their natural back. Predator tank there falls. There is the 2-to-1. Can the blue team hold on? What is this? Oh, it's Gonzalez wanted to fight. Is that a repair bunker? No, it's no kind of bunker at the moment. It's just a bunker. You can get in it. Another really good bioplasma hit there. But the Leman Russes are scary. This one has almost 1,500 hit points. Good luck with that. Watch it die now immediately. Got a repair bunker, says Doctoralex over there. Okay. Good stuff. It's going to be a tough ask for the red team. This is so much stuff to deal with. Got lightning claws, Ogryns, and that's before you get to the tanks. Carnifex is just going to get focus fired, I think. We have a Lictor up. More Ogryns on the way for MORT, which is fun. Edging forward on red team. And Raffiners get on the cat, distracted by this going on over here. Distracted a bit too much, I think. 83 to 36. Red team are actually going to cap mid. Didn't think they'd just be able to walk in and do that. So much resources for Brando. Needs to buy something. And hammer too. What are they waiting for? More Terminators? Maybe they're waiting for the red. Get another Land Raider up. Be a bit more careful with it. Gonzalez chasing down some Marines, gets a kill. And it's Terminator's chance to try and cap over here. Rather than a fourth commander Terminator. 66 to 36. Hive Tyrant falls. Lehman Russ has done a great job so far. And here comes another one. Double Ogrins in play for Mort. I'm liking it. Devastator's going to have a bad day. Really bad day. Heads getting crushed in. And they do not get away. 65 to 36. Brando asking for some Gene Stealers to fight the Ogrins and all the other things. Yeah, Xanris is just looking at all these tanks. Blue team have got just a lot of stuff. A lot of diverse stuff too. You got scary melee things, some ranged units, and a whole bunch of tanks. 65 to 25, single here now for blue. They are looking strong. They are very much looking strong. Red team will get theirs back, but so will the blue. There's a double. Don't think it's going to last long. The 2-1 comes back in. Brando now with a Land Raider. Is he going to come out in time? Is he going to get to the middle in time? GG, says Hammer. Don't think it is. 2-1 wins the game for the blue team. Was that more Terminators coming in there? It might have been. That was pretty hectic with a level 8 Lord General, Terminator Force Commander, and a level 4 Lord Commissar. And the Lehman Russes did it. Level 4 Hive Tyrant, level 5 Apothecary, and a level 5 Apothecary. It looked strong when they had those March with the Carnifexes early on, but that Land Raider loss was very strange. Not sure why it was pushed up so far. It really seemed to affect them after that. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.